Assalamu alaikum students, I am over here with the last lecture related to the chapter Hazrat Asma Raziyallah Ta'ala Anha. In this chapter we will discuss all the contents of the exercise that will help you to take a look of the exercise in a very explained way, and it will help you to prepare for your paper. I am coming towards the first content of your exercise, that is glossary. The glossary is over here on the screen, but I have provided for your convenience passage wise glossary in my previous lecture. You can take help from that lectures and you can pick out all the important words with their complete grammatical description and with their synonyms and with their sentences. Now I am coming towards the next grid of your exercise. Okay, now I am coming towards the next grid of your exercise, and that is an oral activity. This activity has given to discuss some points related to this chapter orally by making groups in your class, but we will discuss all these questions thoroughly in front of you here on the screen, so that if there is any possibility to pick out any question from such type of oral activity in the paper, then you can be able to comprehend that question as you have never handled that question before. Here on the screen you can see all the questions which have been asked by the writer to complete this oral activity. The first question is, discuss the salient features of the personality of Hazrat Asma Raziyallah Ta'ala Anha. Hazrat Asma was a perfect example of modesty, trustfulness, pity, bravery and generosity. Name some prominent women in today's world and share their achievements. I have given you two prominent women of this time, Bilqis Bano Idhi, and I have given you the complete description of her life and her works over here on the screen, and I have given you the second example of Arfa Karim. Here on the screen you can see all the important facts about the life of Arfa Karim. The next question is, what contributions can women make to the society in Pakistan? You can see the elaborated answer of this question here on the screen. It will help you to have a look at the contribution of the women in the society, in which you will learn that how bravely many of the women amongst us has played a vital role in the progress of Pakistan. Now I am coming towards the next oral activity. Abu Bakr Siddiq Raziyallah Ta'ala Anhu must have taken all the wealth, leaving you and children behind empty-handed. The next activity of this exercise is to find out the words with stress and intonation from the regarded passage. This activity is based on the vocabulary and pronunciation of the words, and such type of activities usually doesn't come in the paper. The next activity is regarding comprehension. I have given the comprehension of all the passages in my previous lecture in a very explained manner. Here they have asked from us the comprehension of passage. They have asked to highlight the topic sentence and the concluding sentence and the reference material also. Here on the screen you can see I have given you the complete asked information from this passage over here on the screen. The highlighted passage will show you where there is the presence of topic sentence, where there are the reference material, the details of all the passage. Now I am coming towards the question answers of this chapter. The question answers are here on the screen. What happened when Abu Jahl asked about Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq? When Abu Jahl demanded, "Where is your father?" she politely replied, "Wow, how would I know?" This response shows the wisdom and courage of Hazrat Asma Raziyallah Ta'ala Anha. She didn't make a statement that would give them a clue, nor did she have to lie, but she simply posed a counter question that infuriated Abu Jahl, and he slapped Hazrat Asma's face so hard that her earring fell off. But she stood her ground even in the face of such wrath of Abu Jahl and never revealed the secret. Second question is, why was Hazrat Abu Quhafa worried? Hazrat Abu Quhafa worried because he was a disbeliever at that time. He thinks that Abu Bakr has taken all the wealth, leaving children empty-handed and helpless. The third question is, how did Hazrat Asma console her grandfather? Hazrat Asma instantly ran to a corner of the home, gathered some pebbles and put them at the place where her father used to keep his money and jewels, and covered it with a piece of cloth, and asked her grandfather to look that has left all his wealth for us. He touched the cloths and thought it was full of gold and jewels. His concern was alleviated and he felt relieved to know that Abu Bakr has left all his wealth at home. Who was Hazrat Abdullah bin Zubair? Hazrat Abdullah bin Zubair was the son of Hazrat Asma and Hazrat Zubair bin al-Awam. Now I am coming towards the sixth question. Which incident in the story shows the generosity of Hazrat Asma raziyallahu ta'ala anha? The incident, Hazrat Asma was generous to such an extent that when she inherited a garden after the death of her sister Hazrat Aisha, she sold it and gave away all the money among the poor and the needy, and felt more pleasure than those who received the gifts. What message do you get from the life of Hazrat Asma raziyallahu ta'ala anha? This is the most important message this is the most important question, as it tells you about the theme of this unit also. Hazrat Asma raziyallahu ta'ala anha lived a life of hardships and sufferings, but she always remained unswerving. We should follow her teachings. We should live a simple life like her family. We should face every calamity of life with patience. Her life would always be a beacon of light for all of us. How? This sentence means that she lived a very difficult life, but in every calamity of life, she never loses her patience. She has a resolute faith on Allah. She faces every hardship of life with courage and valor. That's why her life is just like a beacon of light for all of us. Okay students, now I am coming towards the next activity. The next activity is about the cataphoric and anaphoric references. They have given us some sentences and they have asked where cataphoric references are used and where anaphoric references are used. Here on the screen you can see the solution of this grid, and I am going to tell you about the explanation of this activity. The first sentence started from Abu Jahl and is going to end at the door violently. This is an anaphoric. The second sentence, her grandfather Abu Quhafa was a disbeliever at that time. This is a cataphoric reference. When Aslam was playing cricket, he hurt his hand. This is an anaphoric reference. Before she finished the work, Neelam checked the mistakes once again. It's a cataphoric reference. Anis threw the stone, he broke the window. Anaphoric reference. When she entered the room, Zeba was surprised to see so many guests. This is a cataphoric reference. The city of gardens, Lahore, is also famous for its historical places. This is a cataphoric reference. Now we will come towards the grid related to vocabulary. Yes, you have to pick out the most suitable synonym for the words that are in bold form in front of you, and they have given you 4 options in front of you, but I have given you all the important words from all the passages in my previous lecture so that you can be able to write out the synonym of any word if it will come from the chapter also. Here on the screen you can see the specific words which are discussed in the exercise. The first word that they have asked is delicate. The meaning of this word is fragile. Abu Jahl began to knock at the door violently, angrily. She simply posed counter question that infuriated Abu Jahl, enraged Abu Jahl. She remained steadfast and did not reveal the secret, firm and resolute. The next activity is to make the sentences of choose word from this chapter. I have given you the sentences of all the words from all the passages in my previous lecture. You can take help from that lecture also, and for these specific words I have given you the sentences of all these specific words over here on the screen. You can take help from this to make sentences from all these words. Okay students, the next grid is about abstract noun. I have discussed the abstract noun in the grammatical lecture related to this chapter before, but I am going to give you the description of the abstract nouns over here. On the screen you can see all the abstract nouns from the passage number 4. I have highlighted all the abstract nouns over here on the screen. You can take a look of them. And now I am coming towards the next activity. The next activity is put articles where required. I have given you the detail of the articles and their use in my previous lecture. Now I am going to show you where the articles are used in these sentences. Trees are grown on either sides of the canal. Her courage and patience are an exemplary. The kindness and tolerance are noble deeds. The higher you go, the cooler it is. He is the tallest in the class. The dog is a faithful animal. The Indus is largest river in Pakistan. The Mount Everest is highest peak in the world. Alize is the most intelligent girl in the school. Where are the books which I bought a week ago? Now they have asked, the next two activities are from the preposition of time. I have given you the complete preposition of times from all the passages one by one from the chapter. Here they have asked some prepositions in the form of MCQ. Here on the screen you can see the solution of this activity precisely, but for more detail you have to go back to my previous lecture. Yes students. Now I am coming towards punctuation of the given sentence. The punctuation of the given sentence is over here on the screen, but for any type of passage that can come in the paper, I have given you a complete and detailed note about the punctuation in my previous lecture. You can take help from that lecture in which I have told you where and how, what type of punctuation you have to use according to the type of the sentence. Summarize the unit by completing the following mind map. In this mind map they have asked about the three personalities and they have asked about the personality traits, and we have to define those personality traits by giving an example of any incident. In front of you here I have given out you the three personalities that have been discussed in this chapter. The first personality is the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, and the second personality is Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, and the third personality is Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha. I have given you a passage related to their personality over here. You can take help from this passage to improve your writing skills. Write a character sketch of Hazrat Asma to improve your writing skill. To improve your writing skill, I have given you the complete solved character sketch of Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha over here on the screen. You can take help. Okay students, this is the end of this unit. Wait for me and keep in touch with me till that. Allah Hafiz.